Knicks fans, yesterday there were some standouts from the Summer League game against the Brooklyn Nets, and MarJon Beauchamp was one of them. He dropped 25 points mostly in the second half. And then Mohamed Diawara continues to play elite defense with his wingspan and also showed some promise on offense. So the Knicks front office will have some tough decisions to make after what we just saw in Summer League Game 3. Let's first start with MarJon Beauchamp because man, he was on one in the second half of Game 3. After struggling early in Summer League, he came alive against Brooklyn with a 25-point performance. With most of it coming just in the second half alone, he was getting to his spots, hitting mid-range jumpers, finishing at the rim, and just looked flat out more confident. The handle looked tighter, he was playing with more pace, and defensively he brought great energy. Now look, it's still unclear if Beauchamp is eligible for a two-way contract since he's already been in the league for a handful of seasons, but if he is eligible, that could end up being a massive steal for the Knicks. And if not, then maybe he's just showcasing himself for another team to pick him up. Either way, that game mattered for him. Now let's talk the Knicks 51st pick, Mohamed Diawara, because I don't care what the stat sheet says, this dude can play. He finished the game with just 7 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal, but if you watch the whole game, you know what time it is. Diawara has real defensive instincts. I'm talking active hands, great anticipation, switching onto guard, sliding with wings, and he makes life hard for guys. And then offensively, we even saw a little jab step, mellow-like mid-range jumper, and that caught me off guard. He went 0 for 4 from 3, so yes, the jumper still needs a lot of work. But the mechanics look clean. If he ever develops a reliable shot, look out. Now I know the Pascal Siakam comps are going to trigger people, but I'm not saying that he is Pascal. I'm saying this is what Siakam looked like early on. Raw, toolsy, disruptive on D, and flashes of something more. And right now, Diawara looks like the heavy favorite to land that one rookie minimum contract that the Knicks still have available instead of going back to France for another season because he's earned it. Also, shout out to Dink Pate because he had a quiet game overall, but there was a stretch in the third quarter that made you raise an eyebrow. He grabbed an offensive rebound, pressured the ball into a broken possession, and then drilled a catch-and-shoot 3 all in a short burst. And that's exactly what you want to see from a 19-year-old raw prospect like him because he's still a couple years away from being NBA ready, but that's fine. The Knicks do not need him to contribute right now. Let him cook in Westchester for a season or two and then let him develop accordingly. He's tracking towards one of the Knicks' 3 two-way spots, and with that upside, it's absolutely the right call. So here's how it's looking like right now. Mohamed Diawara is set to receive the rookie deal with the Knicks, and then the vet minimum is still to be determined between Landry Shamet and potentially Ben Simmons. And then of course there are 3 two-way spots available, one of which is gonna likely go to Dink Pate. The other one is gonna go to Kevin McCullough Jr. because I think he's shown enough in Summer League. And then the third one is the tricky one. If MarJon Beauchamp is eligible, he will likely receive that one. If not, then it will be James Najee. Because I'm pretty sure that Anton Watson will lose his two-way spot. And of course, we do have to mention Tyler Kolek because he did have a big bounce back game last night. 25 points, 4 assists, 4 steals, and 5 3-pointers made out of 12 attempts. But still, despite that, I do not see him getting any significant minutes in the rotation this coming season. And the defense is the biggest reason because it's just not good enough quite yet. If he can one day become a TJ McConnell level defender, that would be great for the Knicks. If that ever happens, he will definitely be the backup point guard to Jalen Brunson long term. And it would definitely help him even more if he finishes these last 2 games on a strong note. And regarding the 2 players that did not play yesterday in Kevin McCullough Jr. and Pacome Dadier, I think that McCullough Jr. will probably play 1 more games out of these last 2, and Dadier is probably going to be shut down. And again, MarJon Beauchamp is outperforming James Najee, so if Beauchamp is still eligible for a two-way contract for another season, he will probably get that 3rd spot. But with that being said, my question to you guys is, what are your thoughts on Mohamed Diawara's game? Do you guys see that potential long term? And do you see some of the young Pascal Siakam or OG Anunoby comparisons? Let me know in the comments. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and sub to the channel for more Knicks news and updates you will not want to miss all summer long. It's been KNYT here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.